Right, what we're going to do here is if we play our mini game that we've currently got here, interact with the scroll, as you can see, we can still move. We can still move our mouse. We want the player to basically stop having input control so they can take the time to read the scroll or the note and then press a little X up in the top right where the yellow circle is so they can carry on gaming. So how we do that is we go to our blueprint and we're going to make a slight movement adjustment here. So drag off of here, go create widget, my HUD, promote that to a variable and name it in the top right my UI, and then add to viewport. Right, so we now need to go to our level blueprint and remove that from there. So what this is doing is rather than at the beginning of the game show the HUD, our little scroll HUD, it's basically showing it only when we want it to. Otherwise, you could only find one scroll in a level and have that spawn throughout the entire thing. Also, what we want to do is we want to rename the HUD to something a bit more descriptive, because obviously this could be a HUD for health or a HUD for whatever. So we'll name this my scroll underscore HUD. And if we go back to our blueprints and just test that that's still working, hasn't broken it correct. So go back to our scroll. We want to then go set input mode as UI only. So what this will do is this will focus when this is loaded, this will focus the UI and disable the player input, so player controller. So let's test that. See if it works. There we go. We've got no movement. Player's not moving. This is exactly what we want. So in the next video, we'll add a close button. So to add a close button, we want to go into our HUD. And we want to, not sure why it's still playing, HUD. So we go drag a button in. That's up here. We will set that to the right. Set the position to 0, 0. We'll set the size to 100, so it's a square. We'll set the alignment to 2 by -1, so that sits nice up there. We'll also add a little X. So we want to grab a text, drag that onto our button, so it's, as you can see, it's dropped under it. Name our button button close and text close. Select our text, type in X, set the size to 50, change the colour to say red. There we go, that's done. So we want to now click on our button, scroll down, on clicked. We want to close. We want to close this by dragging off, go remove parent, oops, base parent, there we go. So remove from parent, let's test that. So we go up to there, read our scroll, there we go. So next what we want to do is we want to obviously re-enable movement. Oh, crikey. We want to re-enable the movement because currently when we do that, nothing happens. So in the next video, I'll show you how to do that. So now we want to re-enable the player movement once it's closed. So if we go to that, we've read our scroll, close it, nothing's happening. That's very simple. So we just go into our HUD, we click on our graph, drag off of here and go set input, and we want to game only. So that just sets the focus back to the game. So let's try that. We haven't set the player controller, so what we need to do is drag off of there, go get player controller, do that. So we've read our text, close it, and there we go, we're off again. So yeah, that's that done. What we're going to do in the next one, I think, is add make this a little bit more prettier. Maybe add a background blur, so you know all the focus is on the text, everything behind it is blurred. So we'll be doing that in the next video. So we're getting on to more of the fun stuff now. Not that that's not fun, but more of the prettification and whatnot. So here we go.